All right. Well, then let's get into the synopsis so then we can talk freely about it. All right.
All right, dude.
So we start in Seville, I think, Spain, right?
Somewhere in there.
1820-ish, 1830-ish, and nice little countryside image we have. There's a guardhouse next to a tobacco factory, because why the fuck not? And typical chorus shit. And a young lady comes up looking for Don Jose. Do you know what Don Jose is? I'm looking for Don Jose.
She says or something like, "Yeah, I'm looking for a soldier or something." And then Morales comes out and says, "I'm that fucking guy.
I'm a soldier.
I'm here. I'm a soldier. You're looking for me."
And so he eventually says, "Look, man, he's not here right now, but he'll be back. Why don't you wait around? Hang out. We can wait for him to come back together."
But she
says,
pure.
"No, man, I'll come back later." So she fucks off.
Killer.
Then there's a change of the guard. Right, the new guards come, the other ones leave. It's just an excuse for a chorus scene, and then the women come out of the tobacco factory.
Wait. That's when Don Jose comes onto the scene.
Yeah.
It's him and Zuniga
yeah.
that come out and that come out and change the guard. So
Yeah,
go on.
so then we got Jose. Boom, he's on the scene. The women come out and they're smoking cigarettes. Which, oh my god, man, women smoking cigarettes. What the fuck is this? And they were probably really doing it back then too. And this is France, So.
Can I say something about this?
Anytime you want, Mike.
Interrupt
whatever you want.
Really, thank you. I'm going to interrupt
The flow.
The flow of the synopsis by talking about this one thing. Fuck it, I'll talk about it later.
All right, so
go on.
So they come out and women are taking a smoke break. Change of the guards happening, and Carmen comes out and she starts singing a song, the famous habanero fire sauce, fucking chili hot sauce song.
Fucking chili hot sauce.
Which is basically a song about you can't tame love, right? Love's
Can't
a
tame
fucking
me.
What is it? What's the translation? Like a something bird. I don't know, man. It's a fucking bird. Okay, you can't tame this shit. And all the men are like, pick me, fuck me, fuck my brains out. And then Don Jose's the only guy not caring, so she throws him a flower, right? Which is a very important part of the show because the flower comes back.
Prude dude, by the way. He in this thing is a bit of a prude.
Man, he had that sweet Michaela waiting for him, okay? He's got fucking mama waiting at home.
Seriously,
he's a mama's boy. He's just trying to pay for his student loans, okay? Put his time in the military and just get out debt free, okay? That's where he is.
That GI Bill, baby.
Yeah, he's just trying to get that GI Bill and get out.
Wonders.
All right, so she throws him the flower and he's like, man, I'm not a part of this. I'm above this, right?
Yeah.
So then the girls go back to work and then Michaela comes back. We didn't discuss. Is that just us, you mean? And so Michaela comes back to work, to where he is, and she says, hey, I brought you a letter from your mom, and I brought you a kiss from your mom, right? Gives him a little kiss, right? And in the letter it says, his mom says, you should marry Michaela, right? That's what she says.
That's fucking lame.
Yeah, it's some nerdy shit. So she gets shy and runs away, and he's like, well, I guess mom's right. And then around this time, I think there's a commotion. All the women come busting out.
That's right. She fucked up the face of one of the
because there was a knife fight.
Siggy girls.
And so she comes out with this knife. And you got to imagine like modern day. Because back then they got the Spanish dresses and it's all like kind of romanticized. But this is like fucking Moselstrasse, Frankfurt, I'll cut you, motherfucker! Like this type of person, all right? You gotta translate this stuff to today's standards, all right?
Man, Carmen's a badass.
Yeah,
she is quite the badass. And anyway, she gets out there, and Zuniga and Jose come to break that shit up. And Zuniga says to Jose, take this bebop away and get her into jail.
Yeah, tie her hands up and put her in jail until we figure out what to do with her, right?
Right.
So he takes her in there, and then she starts dancing on him, and she's like, "Oh, if only..."
Twerking. She's twerking.
She's twerking.
Why would there not be a modern opera that gives a little twerk to the Carmen character?
I got something to say about that, but I have to wait till the end.
All right.
Bring it back. So she's twerking for freedom, and she basically says to him like, "Oh, if I was out of here, I would do so many naughty things to my lover at the fucking what's the name of the inn that they go to? There's the dude's
Pastias.
Pastias Inn or some shit. I don't know. So Pastia. She's like, if I can go to, it's a dude, right? Pastia's Inn. Yeah. So she's like, if I could go to his fucking inn, oh man, I would do the dirtiest things, right? So she eventually convinces him, and he lets her free, and she like pushes him down and runs the fuck out, right?
Yeah.
And then he gets arrested for letting her go, right? And so that's basically Act 1, I think. Then Act 2, we're at the inn, and it's 2 months later because he was basically in prison for 2 months, right?
Yeah, 60 days. 60 days, I think it was.
Which you could also call 2 months.
I was just confirming. My brain remembered 60 days instead of 2 months, and I don't fucking know why.
No, it's good. So he's
Suniga's there partying.
Yeah, the soldiers are partying with Carmen and then her two friends, fucking Mercedes and Frasquita, I think. And there's also 2 dudes there that are smugglers, and that's Remendado
and Dancairo.
Yeah, I'm just gonna let you say the name.
Dancairo. Yeah.
I can't remember all this shit. And so they're partying, and basically Zuniga fucks off at one point, and the two
but he's there trying to get.
Yeah, he likes Carmen. That's kind of a whole
and
side thing.
he's a pretty big loser. Zuniga's a fucking loser, dude.
Yeah, but he's Don Jose's boss. You know.
Yeah.
You can't forget that shit.
But boss doesn't mean.
No, so
boss doesn't mean
he's there. He's there trying to shake things up, and she's not having it. So he fucks off at one point, and the smugglers are like, they say something. They're like, we got to get some contraband, like get rid of some shit. We need to do some illegal shit. You girls want in, and they're like, yeah, you know.
No. So that's the whole quintet. Quintet. Yeah, the quintet is them basically talking about how useful girls are. In smuggling shit.
Yeah, because they need like the girls to distract these guys.
Definitely.
So they can like get shit across the border or some shit. I don't know, man. They're gonna do some illegal shit. All right, that's the whole fucking.
And they're
point.
gonna use titties.
And they're gonna use titties. And so Carmen's like, count me out of this one because I'm gonna wait for that sweet DJ, right?
DJ.
Fucking Don Jose, baby.
Donnie Joes.
So she's waiting for old DJ to give him that BJ. And so they leave. He comes in, right? And things are getting hot and heavy. She gives him a lap dance, right? Mm-hmm. And she's like, I know you've been waiting for this. And he's like, babe, I'm hurting for a squirting. And then right when he's about to bust, he hears the bugle, right? And so basically he's like, oh shit, I got to go to work.
And
right?
She's having none of it.
And she's like, oh, what, you fucking love your job more than me? Is your job got sweeter pussy lips?
Oh my God, dude. Oh my God. Jesus. Man, you are updating the shit out of the Carmen character. You are making Carmen fucking Jerry Springer ready. Does everybody, the European people know who Jerry Springer was?
No, man. I think everybody does.
Really?
Look, man, I'm just trying to make it shocking, okay? Because back then when people saw this, it was a shocking thing to see. You know,
Definitely.
So you gotta update that shit.
Anyway, so she says,
if you love me, you gotta leave with me.
And
you gotta leave that job.
He's like, listen, you stupid little fuckface. I have been in prison the whole time, and I've had this. And he gets out that flower.
He's been saving that flower for 2 months. That dirty, stinky flower.
He didn't even have a book to press it in or anything like that. He was just holding it between his butt cheeks in prison.
Yeah. Hey, where do you think he hid that? The first thing they do when you go to prison is they strip you down, right?
Yeah.
And they make sure you got no contraband.
Right.
So where did he hide that flower, man?
That's a stinky flower.
Right? They just skim over that. Bizet? Huh? You think we're not going to think about that?
We know exactly where he had that.
So he pulls out that flower. He floats some high notes.
Beautiful stuff.
Little voix mix.
Actually, you know, that's interesting. That aria...
Yeah.
At the end, everybody I think it's a B at the end, right?
I think so, yeah.
Before he says Carmen, I'll do the Don Jose. I'll do the
Kaufman
Jonas Kaufman.
Je yeah, man. You gotta do those round lips.
You gotta do the round lip and take your tongue and stick it in the back of your fucking throat. Anyway, that's supposed to be the B is written piano. It's supposed to. Oh yeah, it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be fucking pianissimo.
Yeah.
I've heard people. Oh God, the best. We'll talk about who our favorite singers are in it later, and I'll bring this aria back up.
Okay, yeah, because I got some stuff. So he sings that, and then Zuniga comes back looking for Carmen, right? So then Zuniga and Don Jose get in a fight. They get in a scuffle.
Yeah, he pulls on Zuniga, and that's oof.
Right,
oof.
so he's getting some of that Carmen influence.
He basically pushed his hand there. It's either I'm gonna go back.
And
to
let
the military
my boss, and
let my boss shit on my face again, or I am gonna go with these. So
basically, he got
smugglers.
Yeah, so the smugglers come, break up the fight, and like get Zuniga out of there. So basically, now he
has to. He has to go with.
He's committed to this life of crime. So they leave, and time goes by. I don't know where.
Act 2. Now Act 2. Act 3.
Act 2's done. So yeah, now we're on Act 3, and they're like in the fucking mountains somewhere, right?
Yep.
And Carmen's basically sick of him, right? because he's just being a whiny little bitch,
Right.
Or some shit like
honestly.
that. Yeah, he's like, man, I wonder how my mom's doing, like all this
Hi.
shit.
Carmen, you know my mom, she's amazing.
Right? I lost my pension. How the fuck am I supposed to pay for retirement in these mountains? Right? He's having that type of thing. So, so somehow she's looking at some cards. There's this famous card
Does
scene,
that happen before
which who gives a
Escamillo
shit
comes?
about? Yeah. Because they're looking at cards and it's like she sees in the cards that Don Jose.
Yeah, they're reading the cards. They're reading tarot cards.
He's gonna die or she's gonna die
Miss
because
Cleo.
of him. Or,
Remember Miss Cleo?
God, Cleo now. Yeah, I remember Miss Cleo, man.
You know she was from California.
Yeah, of course.
I think she was from America at least, and she was an actress who I guess at one point came up with this Cleo woman as a character, and then she just made a fucking fortune.
I didn't know that, man. That's hilarious.
She was just an actress who was down on her, needed to do something, so she became like one of the most recognizable faces in America. Go Cleo! I don't know how to do it. It just becomes Italian for me.
Yeah, that was you even had the hand up there.
Go Cleo!
You got Cleo to fix that in the pub. Look, okay, so they're in the mountain. She's reading cards. She's doing some gypsy shit, and like it's the whole aesthetic. And then at one point, Don Jose has to go stand guard because the girls are gonna go flirt with these people or whatever. And then you see Michaela comes into the mountains. Michaela. Sorry.
That's okay.
Michaela. Man,
Yeah, you've been in Germany
I've been
too
in
long.
Germany for too long, man. It really fucks it up. So she's coming with a guide and looking for him, and she hears a gunshot because Don Jose basically shoots at Escamillo because he thinks he's like an intruder or some shit.
Right.
But then it's Escamillo. He's like, "What the fuck, bro? I'm just trying to invite you to a party." And so they're cool till he says like, then they're buddy, right?
Yeah.
Then Escamillo says like, "You seen Carmen around, man? I'm trying to get in that."
Trying to dip.
What? And then he flips shit. And so then they have
What the fuck did you just say?
Say that again.
Go ahead.
Say that again.
Go ahead.
So then they have a knife fight, right? they fucking fight.
That's one of the best pieces of music.
Oh, that's a badass duet. They got the G and the B. I think you can double hook, right?
That's right. They're both hook and
You're both hook and push in there. So that shit happens. Whatever, man. And then Michaela. Sorry, the German is really fucking me up. She basically says like, "You got to come home, man. You gotta leave her, man."
your wife, his
I'm
mother's
loving you.
dying.
And all,
His mother's dying.
Yeah, but before she says that, he's still not gonna go. Even though
Right.
Carmen's treating him like shit, he would rather stay there.
See, that's what
And
I'm
then-
talking about. You say everybody says how Michaela is so fucking pure and innocent.
Yeah.
She first tried to get him to go back with her
Yeah.
just because she loves him and everything. And then that didn't work, so he pulls up his dying mother.
Yeah, she saved it, man.
That's
she sat on
emotional
that.
blackmail.
She sat
You're
on
right.
that.
That's what I mean. That's bullshit.
She sat on that. She
Shouldn't
said,
the most
"Don't
important
you
thing
love
to-
me?" And he's
Right.
like, "No." He's like, "Well, your mom's
you're-
dying."
Ah!
No, anyway, so then he's got to go, right? And Escamillo's like, "Y'all should come to the bullfight." And he fucks off. He's singing the song, and Don Jose leaves, and I think that's where we leave Act 3, right?
That's right. But he says, "Bitch, I'll see you again."
Yeah. What? Don Jose says that to Carmen.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. He said,
I wonder whether that will come true.
So now we're into Act 4. Where do they do the intermission? They usually do it after Act 2, right?
Yeah, I think
Okay.
so.
So now we're into Act 4 with the bullfight.
Oh, by the way, Act 3,
Yeah.
the prelude to Act 3 is also one of the most beautiful pieces of music.
They nailed it with some of that shit, man.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Anyway, Act 4. At the fucking bull ring, baby.
So we're at the old bull ring, and Escamillo and Carmen come rolling in. Everyone's there. The gang's all there. And they're like in love. And he's like, "I fucking love you." She's like, "I love you." Right?
But that duet's kind of lame.
Yeah, wow, nice. There's some beautiful lines in there.
No, it's fine. It's just...
When I sang that role, that was one of my favorite parts to sing, man. There were some fun lines. in
Okay,
there.
but the thing is, like, so it makes sense when it sounds disingenuous coming from Carmen.
Mm-hmm.
But then it also sounds maybe like just not totally honest love, right?
Well,
and it sounds that way from Escamillo too. But actually, now that I think about it, he's probably a player too.
now Carmen herself said you can't tame love, man. So
That's what I mean. And he's going from town to town.
he's the same way, man. So they're
doing the same thing. So it's it's oberflächlich. It's
superficial.
superficial.
Yeah, man. They're just going
Maybe
to.
that's the point. Maybe I misspoke.
Nah, man, they're just okay. We'll get there. All right,
Yeah.
so we're almost done. So bullfight's going on. So Carmen's friends are like, "Yo, girl, I heard fucking Don Jose here. He's fucking pissed." And she's like, "I don't give a fuck, right? I'll talk to him."
That's why she's so fucking cool, dude.
yeah. She's like, "I don't give a fuck, man. Where is he?" So she goes out and talks to him, and he's like, "Carmen, man, I like fucking go crazy without
he's
you."
insane at this point.
He's lost his goddamn mind. right? And so she's like, look, I'll hear out your bullshit. Okay, I'm gonna stand here and take it, and then you get the fuck out of here. And he's like, nah, right? Fucking stabs her in the gut, right? That's how all these
everybody
operas fucking
comes
end.
out.
Right? And he's like, I fucking did it, right? And he says something. I can't remember the last line of the show. He's like, Carmen, what does he say?
I don't know, but
I love you. I think he says, I love you, right?
put me in jail or something.
Yeah.
I can't. You can arrest me.
Something like that, right?
Yeah, I can't remember. I can't fucking remember.
And then
maybe
he
we should
opens
have
his arms,
researched it.
he opens his legs, and the flower drops out.
Oh, yeah.
So that's the show, right? Then he kills her, and then
Ew, I just got what you meant. He opened his legs and the flower dropped out. Why does he still have it in his ass, dude? Why is it still tucked up in his ass? I guess if you get used to that up there, you
man,
need
it's like it's like the Count of Monte Cristo. He's got to sleep on the hard floor, you know.
That's right.
after
And now
being imprisoned.
that's right.
Look, so then you hear the bullfight, and they're like, "Yes, Camille." Then she's dead, and he's got fucking
that last scene where he's going nuts. Ugh.
It's great shit. Let's get into it, man.